microphone and your name for asking your question. Thank you.
Jesse, nice to see you. It's Rob Dorset from Sky Sports News. How are you doing? After the euphoria of that 6-1 victory and your wonder goal, was it difficult to sit out of the game against Belgium?
Yeah, I think obviously as a player you got to play every game, but it's a manager's decision, and I think everyone's played a vital part at the moment, whether it's starting or coming off the bench. So I was always prepared and ready to come off the bench and make an impact if need be. Was
it the right decision, do you think, to rest 8 players, change 8 players for that game?
Well, it's obviously it's up to the manager. It's the manager's decision, and the players stick by his decision. And it don't matter what players play, they're always going to put 100% in, no matter what.
You saw Portugal and Argentina go out last night, 2 of the big favourites for the title, even. Does it feel like, from an England perspective, this World Cup is opening up for you?
Yeah, you can say that. But for us at the moment, it's game by game and see where it takes us. But we have to concentrate one game at a time. Focus 100% in that game and move on to the next game.
Is it the easier side of the draw?
Well, obviously we're going to have to play the big teams sooner or later, and if you want to be best team in the world, you got to beat the big team. So we're not really fussed what side we got chosen on.
You've impressed so many people in our country and around the world with your form at this World Cup. There were people maybe a couple of years ago who might have written you off. Now you're one of the first names on the England team sheet. Do you feel you've answered those critics?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me as a personal player, it wasn't right for me to read too much what was happening on the outside, and I just wanted to concentrate on my football, and whatever game time I got, had to make sure I did well, and I got a lot of game time this season, and scored goals, made assists, and as soon as you do that, like I said, England will come calling, and I've done more for England as well, so I've got to carry on this form.
And that goal you've scored England's best goal at the World Cup so far. How was that? How did that feel to score like that in a World Cup?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. Of course, I know my family was proud of that, and we play for the country, so no matter what game it is, we're always going to put 100% in, for the country and do the country proud.
Have you had a dream where you're lifting that World Cup?
Of course you think about it, but we can't get too carried away at this current stage. Colombia is a tough side, and we'll have to be on our best on the day to do the job and move on to the next round.
You had a closed training session this morning. We weren't allowed to come along because you were working on tactics and stuff, but this is the time before the Tunisia game where the manager told you the starting 11. Has he told you this time?
No.
Honestly?
No, I swear, yeah. No, not yet. Obviously the tactical work's very important, and we work on it in training, so every player gets an idea of what we need to do.
What specific threats do Colombia pose?
No, I think they're a great side. They're a tough side, physical side. So we're aware of that, but our qualities and our threats could pose them problems as well.
He didn't have much of an impact. He had a difficult time when he was at Manchester United, Falcao. But you were there, one of the youngsters when he was there. What impression did you get of him then?
No, a great finisher. I think in and around the box, in the penalty area is lethal, and we'll be aware of that. But we've got the men to deal with that.
Can I ask you about penalties?
If you want, yeah.
Has the squad got a plan of who will take them?
Not at this current moment. Of course, we're practicing them, after training and whatnot, and there's not really a set 5 yet. But everyone's confident enough to go up and take one. You would? Yeah, of course. Why not?
You'd feel okay with that?
Yeah, definitely.
And cope with the pressure?
Yeah, I think we've been doing it anyway. This is always pressure, and penalties 50-50. So I'll be, I'll go up and take one. No problem.
Jesse, Steve Scott from ITV. Continuing on that theme about pressure, a lot has been made leading up to this tournament about England playing without fear. Now it's knockout and the risks are far greater. How do you make sure that you don't change the style and the way you play?
No, we don't need to change too much. No matter what round we're in, we're still going to play the same. You know, as you said, we're going to play with no fear and play with that freedom. That's what's got us here, you know, today. So why change? We're not gonna change for no one or no team.
Has that aspect of pressure been discussed as a group and how it changes in this game coming up?
Not really, no. You know, for us, it's just another game that we need to win. So, you know, like I said, this week we'll do everything we can. You know, to work out the opposition and what's best, you know, to beat them. So it's just another game for us.
Just one on penalties. What's the most difficult part, do you imagine, about taking a penalty? Say you had to do it on Tuesday. Is it the execution itself, or is it managing the time leading up to the execution?
I think everything involved. You know, going into a penalty shootout is vital. You know, like I said, we've been doing different scenarios in training, you know, to prepare us for them moments if need be.
Jesse, David Ornstein from the BBC. The waiting is now almost over. There's no margin for error now. This is it. Lose and England are going home, win, and the first quarter-final since 2006. Are the players aware of the magnitude? Are you ready for this huge opportunity?
Yeah, I think everyone's excited. You know, more than anything, it's a great chance for us as players. You know, to really go far in this competition, and we believe in ourselves that we can do that. You know, like I said, at this moment in time, it's game by game. We prepare for every game. Every opponent is different, so you know, we go into the game same mindset and same goal.
How unthinkable is the prospect of going home on Wednesday?
Yeah, it would be disappointing, and you know, we know as players and staff, we know it would be disappointing. So we've got to go out and play with no fear and play free. You know, enjoy the occasion, enjoy the moment, and get the victory.
Do the England players feel that they've reconnected with the public after so many years of disappointment? There seems to be a very different feel about this England camp. Have bridges been built? What's the feeling from you players towards the English public, and the responsibility of the shirt?
No, we've seen the footage of the goals going in and them celebrating, and you know, it's great for our conference to see that you know, each and every fans backing us and they're behind us and supporting us, and it's our job to give back to them and do the country proud. It's, like I said, it's always an honour to represent your country, and you know, we're going to put 100% in every performance. Has
something changed in English football? We're seeing much more positivity around the national team, lots of young players, a clear focus from the FA on the style of play, the sort of DNA as it was called, academy players coming through, and are we seeing a shift in the national team?
Yeah, it feels like you know, a new revolution. The manager's come in with great ideas and a great idea of the way he wants us to play. I know the formation suits us perfectly, and you know, as a group of lads, it's a youthful squad, but you know, we've still got them experienced players in there, and you know, the team spirit it's amazing at the moment, and everyone's come together and we're really bonding, and you know, we're excited, we're enjoying the World Cup, and we've just got to keep going now.
Can you imagine the prospect of celebrating on that pitch in Moscow late Tuesday night?
Yeah, definitely. It's, you know, to get to into the next round will be amazing, and you know, as long as we know that everyone's behind us, backing us, you know, we'll do the job on the pitch for them.
Any questions?
Hi Jesse, you're seen as sort of the embodiment of this sort of newfound positivity and fun in the England squad. Are you aware of that, and that sort of people are looking at you as the sort of the joker in the pack, sort of in training and on social media and stuff? Are you happy to sort of be that sort of personification of this new?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, every player, you know, brings different characteristics to the squad. You know, and that's a good thing. It's a good mix. It's a good bond of different characteristics. But you know, like I said, we all get along. We all know the job at hand, and the main job's to win matches.
Jesse, we just we touched earlier on how you've maybe proved some critics wrong with your own development over the last couple of years. I just want you to talk a bit about what sort of an influence Jose Mourinho's been on you at United, and how you feel your game developed under him, and what sort of a figure he's been for your career.
Yeah, he's been great with me. You know, he's put that trust and faith in me to play me in big matches and week in, week out. So it was only up to me then to repay that faith by playing well and putting on performances. So you know, he's played a massive part in my development, and you know, I can only thank him for that.
Jesse, there's a lot of talk about playing with freedom and that you have quite a free role in the team. What does that actually mean practically? Does it mean you have a little bit less defensive responsibilities? What does it mean for you?
No, it's still defensive responsibilities. I mean, when you play in midfield, you know, you attack and defend. It's part of the job. So, I mean, when we're in possession, it allows me to get further forward. It allows me to get beyond the striker a bit more and get into goal scoring opportunities.
Just here.
Hello, Miguel Angel Moreno for the Spanish news agency EFE. I would like to know, there's a lot of Colombian fans in Russia these days, and I would like to know if you think you're afraid of some kind of threat to you in the game is going to have more support for Colombian team than yours.
No, I don't see no threat. You know, the England fans will be out in numbers as well, and I'm backing us. So you know, as long as we feel that inside the stadium that our fans are there, you know, it's perfect for us.
Okay, that's it for the live section. We'll take questions now, 10 p.m. UK